you're going to need to use T2 and T5 to get the things over here that we need, the D and the T1. So you're going to do this. You're going to write the formula. And you're going to write the formula. Oops. You're going to write the formula correctly. Like that. And you're going to use this. If you look at that thing, what's the n value? Yes. And that's actually the only thing I know is that n is 2, right? So for T2, I don't know what T1 is, but I do know that this n value is 2. I'm going to put it in there. I don't know what D is, but I do know that all of this has to equal 4. So this is the part right here that you're going to work with. It's T1 plus 1D equals 4. That by itself isn't going to give us much, but we're going to do the same thing over here, only now what's my n for this one? N is 5, right? So T5 equals, I don't know what this is, but I do know that n is 5. I'm going to plug it in there. 5 take away 1. I don't know what D is, but I do know that all of this has to equal 22. And again, that's the part that I'm going to use. That's the part that I'm going to use. T1 plus 4D equals 22. So now I've got this one. I've got this one. Remember solving systems? There's 3 ways you could solve it. You could graph that, see where they cross. I don't recommend that one. You could do the adding method, where you could maybe multiply this by -4 every term. So you'd have -4D, +4D, they cancel out. But me, I prefer good old-fashioned substitution, right? So I have to minus D and minus D, and I get T1 equals 4, take away D. What will I do with that? Right? Plug it in the other equation for T1. So right there, what is T1? It's 4 take away D. There's my T1, and then the rest of it, like that, like terms. Like that, right? And I get 3D equals, right. So I have D equals 6, which is part of what I need, but I also need T1. How can I get T1? Right. Take it and go back. Right here. T1 equals 4, take away D, but what is D? 6. So what's my T1? So T1 is -2. And now we're all set, I think. Shouldn't we be able to plug in this and find T23 now? So T23 equals, what's T1? Plus, what's N? 23 take away 1 times my D value is 6. And work her all out. Plus, oops. What is D? I know what it is.
Oopsie doopsie.
6. It's 6. I've got that value. So it's 22 times 6. Multiply first. Plus 1, 2, carry 132, I think.
Yeah.
132 take away 2.
32 plus 2.
It's -2 because our T1 was -2. So 130. the 23rd term of that sequence, 130. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are there any questions? Does anyone have a question? How about if we have an assignment?
No assignment.
How would you learn it then?
Because we learned from an amazing teacher.
I know. Did you see the last test scores?
No.
No,
That
we
would
didn't get it
be. Oh, right. That's because I'm still correcting them. They're on my
Are
desk.
you close?
Sort of. This close. I got one more page,
You correct me?
or maybe two. 509 then. If there are no questions, I'm on 5.